Wait, why do we say that?
Let's find out.
Hang on for the loop! We start every show with Hang On for the Loop.
And today we're going to find out why. But first, raise your hand if you've ever ridden a roller coaster.
All right, raise your hand if you've ridden one with a loop.
See, I don't mind the ones with the loops, but it's the ones that go really fast that scare me. So one time my friend Kelsey talked me into riding a roller coaster called the Lightning Racer, and it was very fast and very scary.
See, the ones that go fast don't bother me as much as the ones with the big drops. It's the anticipation building that just stresses me out.
I get that.
Yeah.
We definitely have earned our merit badges in roller coasters.
Requirements. 1. Trust the safety mechanisms. 2. Keep your arms and legs inside the ride. 3. Have fun.
No! Put your hands up. It's time for the quiz thing. Talking about roller coasters. You know, roller coasters were super rare in the 1900s. But for the few that existed, people looked at them and were like, how can we make them deadlier? Let's add loops. So the first known loop on a roller coaster was where exactly in the world? Was it A, Paris, B, Chicago, C, Venice, or D, Brooklyn? If you said D, nope, it's not Brooklyn, it's A, Paris. The first known looping roller coaster was the Centrifugal Railway of Paris, France. And people were so inspired by this looping railway that they started slapping loops on their roller coasters too. But they all ran into the exact same problem. It takes an intense amount of G-force to put people through a loop, and people were ending up with all kinds of crazy neck injuries. Oh, isn't it awesome that all of our roller coasters have loops now? Man, roller coasters are super great. That loop was weird. But so people said, can we stop it with the loops and just go back to the dangerous ups and downs? So loops took a break until the 1970s when they figured out how to design them safely. Groovy. Hey, speaking of force, true or false? When you go through the loop of a roller coaster, you wouldn't fall out of the cart even if you didn't have a seatbelt or a harness. That's actually true because of centrifugal force. Here, I'll show you. All right, this cup is about to make a big mess, right? If I flip it over like this, oh, actually, it doesn't fall out of the cup. Why is that? The force of gravity is pulling the liquid down, but the acceleration force is pushing it back into the cup, just like your body on the loop of a roller coaster. It's safe. Don't try this at home, okay? So at some point in your life, someone has probably said to you, God has a plan for your life. Maybe you believe it, maybe you don't. I know I've heard people say that before, but you're like, yeah, I get that he's got a plan for my life, but what about all the ups and downs? Where is God's plan in all of that? Where is God when my life gets flipped upside down in a loop? Sometimes you don't see that loop coming, and sometimes you do, and you're like, I want to get off. I want to get off right now. Please, let me off now. I did a loop yesterday. I'm good. I'm not tall enough to go on this ride. Where is God when life throws you for a loop? Think of the things in your life that have gravity. Think of the things that flip your life upside down. Things like rejection, heartbreak, disasters, embarrassing things that you've said or done, that feeling that you have, that pressure that you have to always be right or good or perfect. Those types of things throw you for a loop. Where is God in all of those times? Well, can I tell you something? He's the force that's holding you in your seat. God is the force that is holding you in the cup. He's holding you to your seat to make sure that you don't fall off. He's right there with you. He's the force that's keeping you safe. He sent Jesus to earth to remind us that he's got us. He's with us, no matter what. And he's a greater force than the things that try to pull you down. But that doesn't mean that you should ride without a safety harness or a seatbelt. It's your job to step up and strap in. What I mean by that is, what are you doing to prepare yourself for God's plan for your life? What's your seatbelt? Maybe your seatbelt is a key verse, something that Jesus said that reminds you who you are. Maybe it's a lyric, a song that you sing when things get dark. Maybe it's a mentor or a small group leader that points you back to your purpose and you trust them to show you God's wisdom. Whatever it is, whatever loop you're going through, with God holding you and the right seatbelt in place, you can trust that you are going to make it through any scary, neck-breaking, dangerous loop that you face. He's with you. You can enjoy the ride. I'm the Quiz Man. Goodbye!
My mom records it, and to this day, she still plays it for
for everyone in my family, saying, look what Ryan did when he was 13. Isn't it so embarrassing? And so my wife still holds that over my head. And so that was something that I could never have predicted. And so I want to ask you guys, when does life kind of get unpredictable for you? What would you say is the most exciting part about life, and what is the scariest part about life?
Probably, it's kind of funny because I think both are kind of like the same thing. It's kind of trying new things, going to like new places, meeting new people, because I think that can be really scary and you never know what's going to happen. But at the same time, it can be really exciting because you can make new relationships, new friendships.
You know, you never know if you're friends with someone, you never know if the next day you're not friends with them, or you never know if someone in your family is not going to be, healthy, or you never know.
Anyone else?
I had known that my grandma had been sick for a while, but I thought she was doing better. And one day, my mom told me that she had passed away that morning, and made me feel I just wasn't really expecting it. It kind of caught me off guard.
That's hard, man, I know. Yeah, but what about with your friends or at school? Things get unpredictable there ever?
Yeah, I know us girls, when we look at our phones or we go on any social media, we'll compare ourselves to other girls and be like, oh, I wish I had this life. I wish I had what she has. I wish I'm like this. But it's like God made us a certain way so we can live out our purpose in life. He made us a different way for a reason. And it's like you said, because I know us girls, we compare ourselves a lot.
I don't think that's just a girl thing, though, is it?
Yeah.
You guys do that too?
There's this group at school that's always like out there playing basketball or football, and me and our friends like walk by there. I'm sure like we all like look at them and think, I wish we were like those guys.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be good at music, it's not just basketball and sports and stuff. But God was like, nah, I've got something else in store for you. And I was like, okay, whatever works,
Yeah. So when life starts to get unpredictable like this, when you don't see something coming, how do you guys handle it?
I have a hammock, and so I'll just like sit on the hammock and just kind of be alone with God. And it just like calms me, and I feel like I can get back up again when I pray to Him and just be in His nature and His creation.
When I have something to let out, but I don't necessarily want to let it out to anybody, I let it out to my dog. I go, nice Ugg blanket. Me and him just snuggle. It's pretty warm.
Yeah.
Your dog will never spill your secrets.
Right? Yeah. Dog can't tell anybody anything, right? It's a good confidant.
So we say hang on for the loop because life can sometimes be unpredictable.
That's right, it can be terrifying and exciting all at the same time, just like this next challenge.
All right, this challenge is Name That Coaster Challenge. So we'll show you the picture of a roller coaster and give you two names. One name is the actual name of the coaster and one is fake. Guess the correct name of the coaster and you get a point. The winner with the most points gets a roller coaster corn dog. Just a regular old corn dog with a fancy name. I love corn dogs.
Me too.
All right, so the not winner gets a roll-up toaster corn dog. Just a toasted fruit roll-up wrapped around a hot dog on a stick. That is disgusting.
Ew, no thank you.
That doesn't, okay, I have to win this.
Great, no, I have to win this.
All right.
Is it Dragon Fire or Cornball Express?
That is Dragon Flyer.
It is Dragon Fire.
Oh, okay.
Dang it.
Points for me.
Silver Star or Steel Hog?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Steel Hog.
Oh, it's Silver Star.
Oh.
Darn.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, just 1 point. Just
Thunderhead or Zoomerang?
I'm gonna go with Thunderhead.
Good job. That was a tough one. Yeah.
Okay.
2 points for Ricky.
All right. Okay.
Tornado or Legend?
Okay, I'm gonna say Legend.
It is Legend.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Oh my gosh. All right,
right.
so I can get one wrong.
Not if you want to win. I don't even know how to hold this. What direction? Okay. All right. Is this one called Mumbo Jumbo or Mega Blitz?
Mega Blitz.
It is Mumbo Jumbo.
Dang it. All right, well, we still might tie.
Okay, let's see. All right. Is this one called Insane or Tiny Tot?
Insane.
you're insane if you think that that's the right answer, because it is.
Yay! That was tricky. I got 1 point. Ready?
Right. Is this one called Zombie or Iron Shark?
Zombie.
Ooh, good guess. And the correct one.
Yay! 2.
All right, last one, Jamie.
Oh boy.
All right, is this one called Super Duper Looper or Zippin' Pippin?
Super Duper Looper.
Sorry, Jamie.
Liar?
That brings us to a tie.
Yay! At least
That's
it's
a
a tie. But that way, I guess I still kind of lose because we're gonna share this, aren't we?
We probably are.
I think they're going to give us, it looks like maybe one good corn dog and one
each.
gross corn
this
dog.
looks disgusting. This is literally a toasted fruit roll-up on a hot dog. Cheers.
Cheers.
Man.
That's good. I mean, it's cold, but it's good.
Perfect invention. This probably the opposite. All right, you ready for this one?
Ready.
Cheers.
Well, I think I'm ready.
Oh, this ketchup is this? Oh!
That's disgusting.
Oh! I didn't know
Ew.
that. Oh!
Gross. I normally like salty and sweet things, but not this.
No, this is just wrong.
Can I just eat the fruit roll-up?
Yeah, if you want ketchup fruit roll-up.
Okay, so growing up, I was like the worst basketball player in the world. But I had the dream to become the best basketball player in the world. I thought like going to the NBA was my purpose. Like I wanted to be in the NBA. And there was actually this coach, his name was Alonzo, and he said that he would help me free of charge. And every single Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., he would help me. And then he started helping me throughout the week. He started coming to my games, and more so than basketball, I really kind of learned a lot on how to be a great leader and a great follower of Christ just from what he did for me on the basketball court. And looking back, he was definitely someone who was a mentor to me in my life. What do you think makes a good mentor, a good leader?
I think a leader to me is someone that is always faithful and always going to be there whenever I'm in tough times, and it's someone that I can look up to and someone that I can always trust and someone that will laugh with me and cry with me. So I think that's what a good leader is.
Something.
Thank you. Just like honesty. You know, honesty and trust is like, you know, my flaws, what I'm good at, so I can grow and I can tell them stuff and I know they won't spill it.
Yeah. So what do you think about God's leadership? How does he lead you? What does that look like even?
When I feel down, sometimes I go to my room and I sit on my bed and I pray, and God always helps me, and whenever I need help, I go to him.
Praying's a great one, but the Bible is great too, you know? Like, God's my leader because he's literally given us this book.
God has definitely gave us an amazing resource for the Bible. And also, if you guys don't even have a Bible, the Bible app helps. And I know when you first go on the Bible app, it has the emotions that you're feeling. And a lot of people, I know a lot of my friends, they pick the emotions. They pick if they're sad, if they're feeling, you know, like they don't feel confident, or, you know, they have fear. And you click on it and there's just a whole bunch of scriptures and, you know, plans that you can do for that. And I just think that's really cool.
And man, it sounds like God does such a great job of leading us, but you guys are also talking about how we kind of have to let him lead us. You know, we have to go to him in prayer. We go to him through the Bible. So besides what you kind of already said, what are some other ways you have to really let him lead you?
Well, to me, it's like he has his own path for you, know, say a yellow brick road, and you don't want to go this way, you don't want to go that way, you want to stay on your path, you know?
Yeah. And truthfully, all this is coming from what I know is right, but half the time I don't do it. And so a lot of times, like, I'll just kind of toss the Bible to the side for a little bit and do what I think is right or do what I want to do instead of doing what I know is right. And so it's like, you know, it's a hard choice because it's like, I mean, you can have your parents, a mentor, anybody in your life telling you the right thing, but it's up to you to know, like, if you're really going to follow.
Just like left and right.
Yeah, I think to bring it all together, when you guys talked about a mentor, someone who's leading you in your life, there was those qualities of honesty, transparency. You can tell them things and they believe in you and they love you no matter what. But there's also that next step you take in following the advice, knowing, believing in yourself, and letting that person lead you. And I think that's the same thing in our relationship with God. We let him lead us. We hear his word. We know his purpose that he set out for us, and we follow after that. It's really good stuff, guys.
Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me. Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me.
Requirements. 1. Follow someone trustworthy. 2. Ask them for wisdom. 3. Stay attentive.
Hanging on for the loop involves finding the right leaders.
And trusting the things designed to keep you safe.
But there's something else that we say at the end of every show.
No matter how scary or thrilling or wild or weird your life might be,
God is in control. Hang on to him, and remember to enjoy the ride!
My name is Jesse, and I'm the editor for The Loop. Ricky and Jamie forgot to shoot a bumper for this episode, so I'm here to tell you to like, hit that bell, subscribe, and leave a comment. They read those things. Leave a comment. Tell them, hey, Ricky and Jamie, shoot a bumper next time so we don't have to look at this guy. Or, hey, Ricky and Jamie, my cat's sick. Could you please pray for him? They love those things. Leave a comment.